Hello guys, my name is Moses B. Arthur. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be talking about the dark side of entrepreneurship. What no one talks about, the dark side of entrepreneurship. It's so easy to think that entrepreneurship is sort of like an easy way out. You're done with school, there's no job coming through, let me start a business of my own. Or maybe entrepreneurs on social media are flaunting the private jets, the Rolls Royce Cullinans, the Lamborghini Urus, and they're doing all these top-notch flashy lifestyle. And so you tend to think that, let me also jump on that bandwagon and, start my business. And who knows, I may be lucky and be flying in a private jet someday. But the thing is not easy like that. Don't let anybody lie to you. I've been at this thing for about 6 years, and the journey has been, it's been bittersweet. You understand? Entrepreneurship can be an exciting and rewarding experience. But it's important to understand that it's not all about the sunshines and the rainbows when it comes to this journey of entrepreneurship. There are things that most entrepreneurs are not ready to share or talk about. And so in this video, I'm going to talk about the dark side of it and, what usually nobody talks about when it comes to entrepreneurship and doing business. I think the first dark side to entrepreneurship is usually the financial risk that comes with entrepreneurship. I tell people that if you are working your 9 to 5 and you want to go into entrepreneurship and start doing your business, especially if you are married or something, make sure that you have enough buffer. You don't just wake up and then quit, because trust me, entrepreneurship can be very frustrating. There is no guarantee that what you are bringing out on the market, people will love it. There's no guarantee that what you are bringing out on the market, people will subscribe to it and people will buy it. There's no guarantee that you are going to make the amount of money you're supposed to make as you have expected it to be. So the first challenge or the first dark side when it comes to entrepreneurship is the financial risk for entrepreneurship. Starting a business is a huge financial investment. In our part of the world, in Ghana, when you're starting, you need to register the company, and the registration of it is not chicken change. You'd pay some substantial amount to get your business registered and all of that. And so for even a business that you have not commenced yet, you need to pay an amount of money for it to be registered. And for a business that has not even commenced yet, you need to pay an amount of money to get your logos and brand manuals and brand guidelines and everything done. It tells you that starting a business right from the word go is money. It involves money. And so it's important that you have the right mindset in wanting to do business and in approaching this whole entrepreneurship thing. You need to understand. Now, according to the Small Business Administration, approximately 50% of all businesses fail within the first 5 years. 50% of all businesses, according to Small Business Administration, of all businesses fail within 5 years. Now, usually this can be very, very scary for people that want to venture into the space, especially when you're going to put in your entire life saving. And that's how I'm saying there's an approach for those who want to do entrepreneurship, that are working currently. You're doing a 9 to 5 and you want to quit and start your business. Make sure there is enough buffer, because it's not all rosy and cozy on this journey. Now, the next challenge that you need to appreciate and understand is the lack of job security. Is the lack of job security. As the owner of your business, you are responsible for every single thing that goes on within it. So I call it the chief everything officer. It's not the chief executive officer. I call CEOs chief everything officers, because chief everything, you're literally the finance, you're literally the head of operations, you're literally the HR for your business, you're literally the chief executive lead, you're literally the one handling everything. And this thing, this bit of you handling everything could be very a little bit drowsy sometimes, because what it means is that if the business is not successful, or if the business is not doing well, you probably are losing your job and your income as the leader or the CEO of the business, and sometimes this can leave people in very difficult, stressful situations. And so before you think entrepreneurship, make sure that you have a buffer, but most importantly, make sure that you are prepared mentally for the dark sides of it. I remember in the year 2018, late 2018, our office was in Kumasi. We're currently at East Legon, and I remember around that time it had rained so heavily, and I was out of town. So when we got back to the office, it was how do we call it? A flooded or a flood-prone area. So when we got back, the waters had so come to the space and entered the office such that our computers and our things and everything, we lost it. I think that those who have been following my journey for some time, I've shared some pictures and videos of those moments on my Instagram just to let people know that the journey is not always cozy. In one of the videos that I did on my YouTube, I spoke about how I lost 7 acres of farm yield. And so the journey is not always going to be rosy, cozy, and you are waking up to millions of cedis and millions of dollars and flying and traveling around and going for vacations. The journey ahead is one that requires a certain kind of mind shift. And that's how come my first book, The Entrepreneur's Journey, An Ideal Startup Guide, is also something I tackle the mindset that you use to start entrepreneurship. It's very, very, very important that you have the right mindset, because it's not always going to be sunshines and rainbows. Now, entrepreneurship as we have it can also be very, very, very isolating, because you're constantly alone with your thoughts, trying to figure out how to keep the business going, how to keep it running, and all of those things. And because you are the brain behind it, literally you are the one that's supposed to fund it, and you can actually hit that broke season. Broke is not a word that I like to use. I usually tell people around me, instead of using broke, say I am low on cash. Words are powerful. Broke is like ohiabu bro, like don't just say I'm low on cash, but just for the purpose of what I'm teaching and for the purpose of what I'm saying, entrepreneurship can leave you in that state for a very, very long time, because like I said, you are bringing out something that there's no guarantee that people will subscribe to. There's no guarantee that people would love it and all of that. So it's very, very important. You see, when you are the founder behind a business or something, you need to understand that the support that somebody will get if they were in a typical traditional corporate job, it's not the same kind of support you get. And that's how come it can be very, very, very isolating. You don't have a boss, or you don't have co-workers, or people to turn to for guidance and support. So sometimes it can be very lonely because you are more alone in your thoughts. But it's all part of the journey. And the beauty with that is some of the best decisions are taken alone. Some of the best decisions are taken alone without anybody. So there's beauty in isolation. It depends on what you use those isolated moments for. Now, you need to also understand that entrepreneurship can be very, very emotionally draining. Emotionally, it can be very, very, very draining. Building a business from the ground up requires a lot of hard work and dedication. And it can literally burn you out, because you are going through various phases and various experiences that if care is not taken, you can become something else. I've seen people lose touch with family. I've seen friends go numb simply because they lost huge amounts in business ventures that did not go well. They've just grown numb on everyone. So it can be some heck of a challenge, but you need to get your mind right and jump on it and decide that as the captain of the ship, you are going to sail the ship to its destination. Whether you meet storms, or you meet waves, or you meet sharks, or you meet dolphins, or even if you meet Godzilla, you are steering that ship to their destination. You understand? So that is that when it comes to today's content, the dark side of entrepreneurship, what nobody wants you to know. So, however, despite the risk and the rewards that entrepreneurship will bring, you need to understand that a lot depends on you and how you start this journey. So If you want to go into business entrepreneurship, I want you to do a self-audit, know yourself, understand your strengths, your weakness, do a proper self-audit before you take that leap or that step of faith to go into business entrepreneurship. I hope this content blessed you. Subscribe to this channel, like, comment, and share with your friends to also get blessed. My name is Moses B. Arthur. Love and light. Cheers.